get drink partner, if you don't get people when they say they tap into what you do from even afar and they connect, there's a problem because when life happens and criticisms come, you can't trust on your own internal structure. Now then you're going to say, do you have structure? Ho! Just wait, make somebody give you buzzwords inside the internet that Obasanjo made for us. Put blockers and come to terms with it. When I mess up, I mess up. If I don't mess up, I'm not there to apologize for nothing.
Tell them.
I'll be a woman.
Tell them.
No, me. So, but you have to know that you can't be too rigid. So when the criticisms come, some of them are kind, some of them are constructive, some of them are mean. They're just to break your spirit, just because you are happy, you're shining.
Yeah. They don't want to
So they want to impute their own insecurities on you. So you have to again go back to the source. Listen to your spirit. That's how I deal with criticism.
It's a beautiful day. Welcome to another super duper, wonderful, exciting, entertaining, and very educative, the Lighthouse Conversations. You know how we're doing it here. We don't just come here, sit, and then rabble, but we give you the best of the best. And we bring the best of the best that you can ever think of in the society. Yay. As you know, my name is Emmanuel, and I do have with me Lola, the troublemaker.
Is that so?
Yeah.
No.
You have the audience. The audience is there, and they can confirm that. How many times
Depends
have you
on
harassed
you're
me
talking
on
about
set? How many times have you harassed me on set in
Let's
this
leave
studio?
that one first. That doesn't count.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
How are you?
Very, very well. What have you been up to?
Working.
Working. This money, when we go chop am? Because you did work.
Maybe chop your own
chop
first
the money
now.
too now.
Maybe chop your own first now.
Eh?
Because you are the guy.
It day now.
Valentine is coming.
Open check. Should I sign off on it?
What's
you
up?
have? Very, very well, very well, very well. It's been wonderful. So what do you have for us?
So today is a good day, good vibes. And in fact, our guest today is the definition of good vibes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Tell me something.
Well. You know when you just walk into a room and someone just gives you that aura of sunshine, roses, and everything. Unlike you, though. So
I'm not the most boring guy that you can ever think of now. At least by the time you put boring persons together, it sure me say I go still dey front.
Let me use your line. Let the audience decide.
All right.
So, what's up for today? We're talking about something really interesting. Speaking of ways and roads less traveled. So let's talk about it. All right. So today we have a guest, a wonderful guest. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce the one, the only, Chief Suo.
Welcome to me. Welcome to us.
Yes.
She used the sunshine. She used. I can't even give sunshine.
You know.
But it's great to engage with y'all. Last time we saw was random. Yeah. No, not before. Yeah, that one we saw see for trade fair.
Oh yeah.
Now the other, this guy they like they work well. If they work, so the people they sell market, you close the eye. So great to be here. Finally, to have meaningful conversation like you talk, Emmanuel and Lola. I can't wait to bounce off your energy.
Same here. See what we're saying? Exactly.
You see.
So I wasn't just vibing.
OAP always an OAP.
Always a vibe. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you. The road less traveled.
Yes.
And the good thing is, let me just allude to this. Chief Suo, a lady becoming a chief. So.
Yeah.
Look at you. No, just look at it. Look at how
Don't worry,
it
we'll plenty
with all these things.
Baba, we'll plenty.
So that is a road less traveled.
Yeah.
Exactly.
by the female gender.
So I think English is to blame too, because when you hear chief, what comes to your head is the man. Right? There's nothing like chiefess or chiefette.
You might
So
be
that's
onto something there.
part of
You might be onto something there.
So when I heard Chief Suo, I was like, whoa, okay. So she's a chief.
Yes, I'm a chief by the special grace of God.
So we can hear you now, chief.
Chief, double chief.
No, I never answered double chief. But from where I come from in Uroboland and Delta State, more women are doing that. The only difference now, say me, I inherit my rapper title, which is something that has never been done, even after my time of doing it. It has never been done in over 100 years for Urobo Kingdom. So that's part now I take difference in my own part, but I take them as a privilege. And shout out to Delekbe, my Oga Pata Pata of Udu Kingdom, fantastic man, a barrister too. Thank you.
Wonderful. Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Amazing.
Yeah.
What informed the decision?
What informed it? Ooh. So, to say what informed it, I have to try my best to put something out about how they bring you up and how it affects perspective, right?
Yeah.
So my family with plenty. I get 11 brothers. I get about 8 sisters. And unfortunately, my dad died during the COVID, post-COVID, that 2020. And they came out, yes, my pops, you don't get, you don't catch the thing. And before I could come back, within a week, my dad was dead. And, we had to bury him quickly, Chief Suo, carefully. And in Alaja, where we come from, normally then they contribute money to take you sick, give first when we say people feel sick, get money already, right?
Yeah.
So the villagers, everybody, they put money together over in millions, right? And these now people will not get things. So when I come back, I see how things they and I see they carry my popsy and the work when he did was not a perfect man. My dad was a flawed person. It was different things, but it was our dad.
Okay.
And but just to see the pure love that Alaja people and Udu people show, the thing burst my brain.
Wow.
So by the time when we say we were reading the will and everything, one thing I noticed was they had shared things, but nobody wanted to pick up the baton for the role that he played in the community. It's not like I can do it. I mean, I'm among the last set of children. I'm the third to last girl. I'm not among the top 15. Just leave it. So one thing I noticed was this. And when nobody wanted to pick it, I asked in the family meeting. They said we're Christians. My brothers were not interested. Everybody's scared about culture and tradition.
Right.
Colonization of the mind. They could tell you, say anything you get to do with your culture.
Your own culture.
Now win.
True.
So for me, I just tell my seniors, if I stroll with my cousin, we did through village that night. I just stroll inside village for nights. Make her just anonymous, they pass through. My cousin Vakbo was with me. And we had the conversation. I was like, come on. Why person not even take and safe? Because see what you do. Not like say if you do, I not speak the language as well, because they tell you all the things that you are not. I'm not fluent in Urobo to my pain. Okay. I can pick different languages. I'm multilingual, but Urobo, because they're not carrying and told me then. Growing up, it used to be the language of disdain. It was dirty. Now we don't get sense to know, so we're supposed to put our language front and center. Yes. But I didn't want that to deter me, you know. Okay. So I said it in the family meeting. I said, okay, I'll take it. The first reaction was laughter.
Wow.
The first person that took me serious was another chief, our historian. One of the ladies that plays historian role in our community, Chief Elizabeth Ojibo. And she was like, why not? And then she opened the book of our history. And I realized that our lineage, so women, when they do things, Uduna woman, Halajana woman, see, if you don't know the story about where you come from, they will tell you some alpha set of story that na men, but not be really men, na collabo. But people keep rewriting our stories and trying to use Christianity and whatnot to push it down. Do you know how many of the water gods we have from where I come from that are women? We believe in women gods. We believe in men gods. We believe Ogene. Our brothers for the Bayelsa side or even the Ijaw side, they believe in what's her name? Not be... I go remember them. Now, a female juju. And we get people when we say they live with us for Ogbijo and whatnot. All of us, they serve the same God, but different names, different genders. Yeah. But by the time she opened it, I got encouraged. My king, his wife, our queen, and I got support. By the time, inside 2 months, we don't run out. The thing stress, so I still feel like I'm learning. But I am very privileged. I didn't let the title pass over. My father's title is Okubi, that's the unifier for the work that he had done. And me, I not be like my papa. I not be related to, obviously. I not be boxer, my papa boxer. But I get my own. So that's what informed it. I just saw that there was a gap.
Okay.
When you grow up in a big family, you always look for the gap. They hand you down clues. They hand you down things. So you have to look for the ones that, you don't have to be handed down in certain ways that can be yours.
Yes.
So when everybody puts their things down, I had to look for a way to still play my part in a way that worked for me. And so I take contact with.
Nice.
That
And you
is the
stepped
road
into it
less
really
traveled.
well. Yes, exactly. And it's a stereotype because you have women, you always hear about how women don't like to step up to stuff like this. It's always stereotypes across that gender.
My sister,
Yes.
not be say, it's just people are scared because for a person to be able to handle certain things, you can't control. It's the control. That's why they're scared. If you're not scared of what people bring to the table, do you know how well you prosper? Most times they tell us that time when we were younger, say, older men, our senior pally and their grand pally and the rest, why they carry plenty wife and children, and so they'll get people if you work the business.
Yeah.
But if you actually delve directly in,
Okay.
in, who be the people when we say do the inner working of the business? Popsy was the front. Who run the day-to-day when Popsy they go some other place? Who enter bush market, go they buy the gari?
That's
Go they
right,
get the
that's
oil.
right,
I
that's
can
right.
tell you like 3 women from my family, from my grandmother to my mother, the reason my father was as good as he was the network and enterprise from my mom and her family.
Oh, wow.
Unusually.
Bro, no, let's not even go there.
Okay,
But
okay.
people are scared because if you can't control it, it seems like you are less. All you have to do is level up. The
That's right.
best families leveled up. Like as the men they shine, the women they shine. If you know fit handle and say your wife dey front, you go hide the thing so that at least your ego fit handle am. If you not fit handle and say now your man they do and you fit they do, you go hide them. They used to hide it then. These days nobody saying again. That's why people they fear.
That's it. That's it.
We told
Wow.
you. We told you that the kind of people we bring on set are people who are really, really deep. Let's go on a break. We'll come back.
Deeper.
Okay, welcome back. If you scroll to this point, we've been discussing the road less traveled. And of course, we have our super guests, Chief Suo. Chief Suo has been giving us back to back. And you know what? The conversation has been very, very entertaining and very educating. Right?
Chief.
Suo. We've
I
had-
know they do. I told them before.
I tell you.
I've told them. I'm not very good at when people they talk about my matter for my friend.
We're not talking about
I'm
your
good
matter.
at talking
Yes.
about others.
The
And
truth
I'm
is,
very
we're not be gossip. So anything where we get to talk, we get to talk
With the
and
put
right.
chest.
Yeah.
Emmanuel, say that again.
All our
You don't
chest,
gossip?
the full
Huh?
ground. Even though this one, I don't know it in the size, Bisha. Right? So we're here. We've had long history way back, right? From school.
How
And
long?
we've observed.
It's
How
not-
long?
It's not that long. It's not that long.
It's not that
It's
long.
not that
Okay.
long.
Long,
It's not that
long
But
enough.
it's
Okay.
long enough. At least
Okay.
enough past 1 decade.
Yes,
Over
actually.
a decade
Yes.
ago.
Whoa.
Right?
Okay.
And
That's long. No, it's
you've always your personality you've
Mm-hmm.
always rolled with people, right? And you're very free spirited. Anywhere you enter, like there's a place they catch fire.
Wow.
Right? And you've also found yourself your career choice and then the industry you're currently playing in, it's male dominated. How are you comfortable playing in that space, and what is informing the decision? First, you don't talk about the chieftaincy title. Now, you're playing in sport, and you are a big voice in that space.
In time.
Just a tiny, big voice, right? So tell us, like, how comfortable are you, or is it something that is natural?
It's a bit of both because it's work, right?
Okay.
And the way I put it, hey, you say I delight to do things when guys they do. You know, I started and I said that I had 11 brothers, right? So many of them senior me, and the batch when I did with the last set of kids batch,
Okay.
I had more guys.
Oh.
So my playing mates we're open in that way.
Okay.
One thing that my parents and our upbringing, my mom, may God rest her soul, Ellen Necker Chapel, she was very big on education.
Okay.
So weekends, education not just be may you read, I mean you go play. So they go bundle us. The senior children go enter one Peugeot for the children. They call children motofuna. They family. If they family when we say be like polygamy. Yeah, polygamy. It they be like that. But we plenty, so we get polygamy vibe. So the senior boys they go carry us. They will carry some set of kids go drop. Those when they play tennis for NNPC. Now where I grew up. Those when they play NNPC tennis, basketball. Those when they play when they go swim. Those badge. Those when they go DSC. Or share club for good. Those when they follow Popsy and Momsy go do both for Warri Club, go look tennis too. Everybody get their own. So there was always something.
Okay.
If you know they read novel, they read comic book. And like I talk, you be the last batch of kids. So everything when everybody gets, you just collect them. You just collect them. You just collect them. I mean, you are bored. We don't get internet now. That time we don't get internet. So everything is just so calm. So it was a potpourri. So imagine when I will come outside. Then we can't tell me say, now only men they do this thing. I follow my brother with the fly fence. Would they go collect here? You know, as they flock the boys with guava tree. We safe. They shop correct cane. And you can't tell me say, oh, this one is for the man. This one is for the woman. The only thing when my party separate man and woman now, who they go farm and who they cook. They go give people when they farm.
Okay.
The boys they go farm go clear. Even you said they collect the clear because you go clear for inside us. They go give you a portion, make you clear. Then the guests they'll go cook them. The boys go catch the fish because they do fish pond, that kind of thing. We, the guests, will come carry them. Other than that, almost all my brothers, they cook. Okay. Some of them even cook better than me. Wow. Some of them even do better makeup as me. Me, I still don't know my color. If I call my pastor brother for Warina, Reverend OJ, if I call him, he will tell me my color for my makeup. Now, they give me instruction for bitter leaf soup. So, the point I was trying to make is, it was that intrinsic. So when you come up from a place like that and then suddenly you come outside to the world and they tell you, this is a man's playing field. This is a woman's playing field. Mignon, I don't understand you. I don't get it.
You can't relate.
So that's what I try to do too. I just try to open my mind. And every time I felt caged by aura, by energies, it was always when I try to play a lot in people's field and their perceptions. I had to grow up and learn these things, you know, for every era. So when you say why I go sports, sports now because say I can't find work for Lagos after I don't born, I don't come Lagos. Nobody rate me say worry girl go fit collect work for mainstream journalism. I go drop my pikin for Christ when I enter streets. Sorry, I use a lot of pidgin, but I'm Nigerian and pidgin is it's our official language that they don't want to let us use.
But Nigeria
we're already using it.
We don't
standardize it by ourselves.
But we start revise standard version. But you see, when I come out, I hear one radio station, they give adverts.
Okay.
They're looking for sports presenters, English and pidgin. I mean, I read English and literature, bros. Greatest bobo. Thank you. And we did the degrees. We studied this damn thing. So I was like, let me, and we can phonate like speak pronunciation. So I was diphthongs and everything. So I was like, you know what? Let me go and shoot my shot. I've never done, at least nobody had given me an opportunity to be a sports presenter at the time. That radio station was Brilla in Lagos. They were at Jacondi. I found my way there. It was my son's first birthday. I remember it very well because I had to wait overnight, go cook banga, do everything so that my first birthday go, boy, now I enter road.
Amazing.
I'll make I go find work. The queue too plenty for people when they speak English. The pidgin one is short. It is shorter. Amazing. And I was like, excuse me, I played my woman card. The road less traveled. I played my woman card.
Hey.
I said, excuse me. Today's my son's first birthday. And I want to finish and go.
On time.
And then the guy that was controlling the queue, a guy AY can't tell me, say, no wahala. You know what? Runner, some people squeeze face. Squeeze
the same AY?
Not that AY. No, this is AY Sugar. Not AY Sugar, they get plenty AY, but Ayo Dada.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic guy. He used to run the night show for Brilla FM at the time.
Okay.
He had that Murphy vibes and everything, but he had his own special thing too. Great producer. He let me come through. So now I can rush. So you see, as I rush enter, they give me my script. I read it.
Okay.
It was in English. Now usually you will give you time, make you gather. But Baba they rush now. I won't go at the rush. I won't go see my bikini now.
Yeah, of course.
So I carry my script. So as they give me the spots, oh yeah, take the script and read. I carry the script. I never read a sports script officially. But now they say translate it in pidgin and give us the news. But now I start they talk news.
Amazing.
And they talk the news, they put pepper, they put anything inside. When I finish the thing, they said you have 1 minute, 60 seconds to finish this. But when I start, this thing, but when I finish now, so I think a leg better was the one on ground. He was one of the guys because he does pidgin. He was one of the first set of people to hold pidgin on radio at the time.
Right.
So he was one of the guys on ground. He was there. And the guy carried the paper. When they look back, they look him. The other guy, man, when they there, they look front. Akim Kelani. Guy, they look front, they look back. Because now they normally they handle the news now. English, man. They like English. So they carry the script. So that's when I didn't even learn that, Nedu used to do this. He's the only person that can translate on the spot at the time. I said, hey. So for me, I was like, a lot of the things. I say these stories because you never realize like what gift you carry until you're put inside different environments. And then if you notice a pattern, just try them. You know, the year before that, I had gone to Ultimate Search.
I was gonna go there.
You were
And you were in Ososo. You were in Ososo, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't do Ososo. I did Akbabi and I did
Okay, Akwa Ibom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Obotakara.
Obotakara.
Bush pig. I kiss snake. I do things.
Wow.
But now the same pattern too. Now be say I take you stay enter bush. I'm not the fastest runner. I hate running. I just started doing walking and increasing my paces. Thank you God for redemption. But as at the time, I was a better swimmer. I was good with hiking, but I didn't have the width. And when they were giving people opportunities to qualify, I looked around. I was in Lagos already. I ran away from Lagos. Baba, at the time, those of them when me say follow good ultimate session, now they know if you go audition for this reality show, not be some kind of area you go, you guys calculate. So I look Benin, I say Benin people they get skills there, they decrease where they start. They're very physical. I went to Uniben.
Yeah.
I cannot have physical. I said you know Owerri. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not fit do Abuja, money to cost. Make I go Owerri. I get watering ground for there. I went to the Owerri. Baba, Owerri girls beat me for reason. That my athletic. Now so they tear. Ha! The God went save me. Now say as I carry last in Warri they call it last like big boo. You mean see the last there, but like 4 paces away last like hey God. But as I carry on, now so the guy when they follow us, come say thankfully, I notice say if you be say you want to try something, you need to observe your environment. Gouda was not about being first; it was about being perseverance.
That's true.
Yeah, to be a person.
Yeah, so you were able to read,
so because they really
understand
they will test your strength.
So at the time, they were like, you were so behind, but you didn't stop. That is a spirit of somebody that is a hustler. That's the energy we want. That's the perseverance. So they crossed me over to the next level.
Amazing.
See where God take on bless me. The next level now make we do punishment. That one that you bend your knee. My papa they punish us like that normally. See, you don't understand my papa they punish us like that normally. My senior one they punish us like that normally. Every senior one had their special set of things. So when they say, oh yeah, drop down and give me 20, all those kind of nonsense.
This is corporate
Baba,
corporal punishment.
it was
Gone
muscle
right.
memory. I just did. People they shake me, I don't did.
Wow.
Because they don't born as stubborn normally because I feel like my brothers are not saying as stubborn. I just define my way so that they say as stubborn. But my muscle memory had already locked in. Muscle memory is key because when you can't do stuff, muscle memory reminds you even on your bad days that it go hold you up. So that's it held me up. And also I take cross and thankfully, I was able to get into the thing and got into. I'm not winning final game, but at least.
No, but I watched that. I watched that.
Even I
was like, I kept saying, look at Suo. But then I was calling you
Tracy.
the other name.
Then I was
calling
Tracy.
you Tracy. I was like,
but why I say all this? Not because I just want the cap carelessly. I say this because there's an underlying theme.
Right.
There's the way God speaks to you, and you have to listen. You no go hear ram every time we kabash. You no go hear ram always with chance. You go hear ram with system, and now you say your body they align. So most times, I always shift as it goes. So I never try to be so stuck. A lot of times I get stuck because this is what I'm used to now, muscle memory. But the way the universe they align, and when you don't get very comfortable, it shakes the water again and gets you out. But what stays is that something's not a fail. You know me for 10 years, you said.
Yeah.
And you were able to call things that were regular markers.
Yeah, sure.
In Uniben, we did a play in a theater that we have there for the non-official thespians, non-official theater. They can join but everybody's allowed to. It's from the Royal Campus,
Yeah.
Elsa Playhouse. Fantastic place. And then shout out to
Yeah.
Adeleke, na man you be. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Shout out.
There was an occasion we had a play where the young guy that was supposed to play the role of a praise singer for Israel, not Israel, wait, but this slave girl, this Benin man, I write him correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the guy Jerry.
Uncle Israel.
Yeah, no, I'm our director.
Yeah, the director.
But he was supposed to play this role, Jerry,
Okay.
and Jerry went to Lagos and made money. And Jerry was like, you know what? I'll be part-time student. I'll do my schooling distance, and we were short. And then I was usually in the drama set with the orchestras and whatnot.
Yeah.
Baba, I flipped roles.
Oh,
I became a man. I played Jerry's role.
Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, almost all the plays I played in Elsa Playhouse then in Benin, I was
Were
always playing the
male-
guy's
male
role.
char-
Because
Wow.
it was easy to morph,
Characters,
and
yeah.
all you had to do was put beer, rap
Yes,
chest, Baba, energy, don't find. Like, so it was always, if you see a gap,
Yes.
fill it. It doesn't matter label, doesn't matter title. I used to repair generators, my generators at least, in Eco Studio at school. The only thing I'm not doing electrical because I don't make I shock. As I be sweat for farm, you need to know your.
No, but with this is what you don't do now. I don't get shocked already.
Guess what? You know this one now. You know this one. You know this one. But yeah,
interesting,
you just identify and listen to the Spirit of God. Because if you know the environment where we say God is speak to you, and you have to observe it. Things go happen and it go make you shift away, it go make you isolated.
Yes.
And that's where the worry is. That's what devil does. I say it because I'm a spiritual person, right?
Alright.
I be African, so we're spiritual. When devil put things together, it go make you isolated. So you know if they listen to the Spirit of God when they you.
Yeah, sure.
But if you can't, you go find and say, Baba, you know go they lost in your career, you know go they lost in life choice. Even if you are wondering, you're not sure where they go, you're not really lost because there's a system, muscle memory. So that's what I've been trying to listen to because of my upbringing. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
Ilong Abi,
But yes,
and they talk
yes.
well. And they
But
crazy.
it's not.
but
It's
that's
not.
interesting.
It's
And
the
you're
fact. It's the fact that
Yes.
to internalize all these things, because in all of the laughing when we did laugh here now, there's so much knowledge to pick, which is underlining in your in our conversation right here and your journey so far, right? So it makes a whole lot of sense. My point is, in doing this, I go ask you again. See if you come back with our question, but maybe ask.
I got you, babe. I got you.
Do people are there negative feedbacks?
Of course, now.
Share. Tell us.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because our audience want to know. Are there negative feedbacks? Feelers, people reacting in way like who she be, she too they do, or stuff like that.
Oh yes. I mean, if you want to go about the business that God called you to, and God called you to plenty things, not everybody for pulpit, right? If you want to go about the business of living your best life and using your abilities the best way you can, you must shake the water.
Of course.
See, you don't even know when you plan to be radical, but something will just happen to you. You know. If a person when they look me now, no. Think of you don't feel live up to 30 years and something not make you become a radical. And of course, it must offend people. Offense not be bad thing. It don't happen before.
Tell them more.
In the line of sports, I can bring this one out because I mean, people were not used to listening to a woman's voice. With sports, whether it's in English, they can put us at the pretty face on TV, maybe present. Hello, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you analyze, Cristiano Ronaldo, this might be the reason why I feel like say, be the greatest of all. As it is so, I feel like say the best dribbler, not people with Ratinho, now Kusha, and this are my reasons why. How dare you?
Who should be?
I have to back it. So
If that would be the first offense.
they'll just say, now waiting boyfriend tell them. Now you be say they listen. Now waiting to tell them. Now you be say they do. But you need to build
Stereotypes.
yourself. And life, they build you small. So, for instance, when Kosodia, they go, they jump, enter viewing center.
Are you they play game that year?
I use
They
the
beat
but
boys.
I use that to take video. No play. 300 level. I use that to shop first semester. Now game. God go. See, all the guys when they do competition for a Kosodia that year, winning level, no, me shoot, God go bless you now. Una help me. But back to the matter. No, not true now.
You see?
The matter pass go they find man now. They worry you. But we need every to reach that year. But back to the matter.
Yes.
So for sports, during the World Cup, I've been doing commentaries in Pidgin for Champions League at the time, Serie A, for Premier League, and a few others, you know, small stuff.
All right.
But I've been doing it across the continent. But people had not known that there was a full service for Pidgin for commentaries. So during Qatar, now that Qatar, everything they boss. Now I don't do small things for Rio, for Brazil. I don't do the one for Russia. Russia was more of content, and that was in Pidgin. That blew Kwesi away. In fact, that made us realize that Pidgin really not be waiting the true. Over 250 million native speakers, so you don't throw it away. You have to cook and get to the people. But you see, the place that was uncharted, that used to be the hollowed ground. Initially, we didn't even have men or anybody doing Pidgin commentaries. It was always in English, and everybody wanted to sound like Jim, Peter Drury and John Beglin, and anybody that they could, John Champion rather. Hey, Jim Beglin and John Champion. But Pidgin started, and then they then put in female voices. My voice was the first, only for TV broadcasts for Pidgin. And then next thing you know, oh boy, that they drag. Who they not drag? They call my Oga. People went there for different places out there, especially the sports community in Nigeria, especially the Nigerians in Nigeria. We had this thing, the Nigerians outside Nigeria, Malaysia, Kenya, Tanzania, the ones when we say they for Bangkok, Baba, they send message, they bomb. We love it. We love it. Funny enough, people in the agrarian areas, not the city of Lagos, Port Harcourt, that period my brother they marry. I go Port Harcourt as the manager for the hotel. Hear my voice. They say, "Nah, now you they do the commentary for the World Cup," because I had jumped in to jump out. But by the beginning they give me free things. One night they'll come knock my door. See my grandmother watched the match because of you. You just said the guy they pound down like banga. So you see, I didn't fold, and what helped was because I had dream partners, people that you need people in the waka far. In certain lights, when they close to the part when you did, when they come in their own sense, they know they fear because they know they threatened. I had a boss like that, Larry, God will bless you. He was my producer. He called me. He said, "So see all the messages that have been sent. Even a few of your people have sent it in your cadre. Now look, I listened to your commentary, and this is where I feel like people fail to understand." And he gave me markers. Now it wasn't that I wasn't giving statistics, but because I be worry woman when grew up for worry normally in Port Harcourt, yes. So when I did describe and they dropped statistics, I did use cooking terms, farming terms, transportation terms, you know,
to make it more relatable.
I was using analogies that were unique to me, not so he did it like Ronaldinho. No, not even Ronaldinho. Del Piero. What a wonderful kick like Zing. I will tell you, said the guy turned around like Baba Share. He tried to spread the pass, He put on for ground. He spread out like bed sheet, but the guy go over arm.
Basically, bringing your own flair.
Basically, And funny enough, that World Cup, we had the most recordings for women, more women listeners and whatnot. But I didn't fold because I had dream partners. When that man sat me down and he listened and he told me, it was like, pace it, you have to not say everything at once. He gave me markers, and that has been a blessing. China Cherry in Port Harcourt would listen, and that's a senior man that had worked with BBC and whatnot. He would send messages, he would give me tips, he would follow up. They didn't try to break my spirit, they encouraged me. I say this, why? Because if you don't get dream partner, if you don't get people when they say they tap into what you they do from even afar and they connect, there's a problem, because when life happens and the criticisms come, you can't trust on your own internal structure. Now then you're going to say, do you have structure? Just wait. Make somebody give you buzzbuzz inside the internet that Obasanjo made for us. Then you know that you don't have structure. So that was one way I rose above it. On the other side, I had to learn the system. You cannot disrupt the system until you learn the system. So when I play with the system, I know already. In my field as a commentator, for instance, I already have different apps that I willingly subscribe to, AIs and whatnot, that will give me the stats as I would. I am very confident about what my weaknesses are. I'm on the spectrum. I'm not somebody that will come and tell you, I remember whatever. I don't remember even the game I did yesterday. My son greet me this morning. I don't even remember what he look like for him bottom knicker. Na blue.
Okay, so she knows.
No, I have to be putting mental blockers and you have to be proactive for yourself. You can't lean on others when you get criticized. That's what I have to do. Put blockers and come to terms with it. When I mess up, I mess up. If I not mess up, I not they apologize for nothing.
Okay. Tell them.
I be rubber woman who are
Tell
stubborn. No, me. My grandma is
the word.
My man Igbo. We stubborn. So, but you have to know that you can't be too rigid. So when the criticisms come, some of them are kind, some of them are constructive, some of them are mean. They are just to break your spirit, just because you are happy, you are shining.
Yes. And they don't want to see you that way.
So they want to impute their own insecurities on you. So you have to again go back to the source. Listen to your spirit. That's how I deal with criticism. If not that one, I'm normal. They dragged me last year now. They dragged me. Last year, me when they started see shrink officially, I go sit down with my shrink. I sit down with my shrink.
Wow.
If not, like I go sit down with prophet now, but don't send plenty here and go. No offense to prophet. I'm just saying. So you have to be very, very sure when they drag you, when they give you criticism, you need to self-check mentally. I see you now. Now I see how your mental health. I also ask people how your mental health because.
Please let me ask him.
How your own mental health. I they perform. So that's why when you ask a question like that, I cannot answer it without putting some context.
Right.
And the last context I'll put for this, criticisms will come. Just a few days ago, a young lady from another sports platform gave a criticism about Boniface, for instance, in my field. He's a Nigerian footballer, for those of you that are not aware. And the vitriol that came at her, I feel like if the people around her gave her better support, they would have handled it better. They should have handled it better. Okay. So you really need to be very careful about how you express, because be proactive to think to a certain level. If I go this way, will I be shielded? Do I have the bandwidth? Do I have the foundation? Have I done enough track record for me to say or do certain things so that in case people try to blackball me, I've been blackballed several times in my industry. Not be say, I don't enter place, they'll tell me, say, this orgasm could not carry you.
Wow.
You're not good.
Wow.
Again,
wow.
Can I laugh again?
Of course.
but you're not God. And you will still not be God. But what helps, my sister, what helps is that, Baba, you have foundation and a community of people. This lady said what she said, they drag her. Bella drag her. Who no drag her? And I'm like, my heart go out to the girl. I reach out to the girl. I don't know her from Adam. I reach out to her. I'm going to tell you why. Because that's what people have done for me.
Okay.
People that don't know me personally, but I've seen what I do. People that have not talked with for years. People that I've worked with. People that I've stayed around with. They'll just observe and just be observing. These are your dream partners. You don't know they are your dream partners. But when stuff pull up, those people that pull up for you, I'm like, see what thing I see you. I think you mess up for a year. But you know what? Hold your head up. People, they mess up. It happen. You need people for that. So when you get the criticisms, that's how you manage it.
Exactly.
When you get a criticism, that is how you manage it. On this note, we'll go on a short break. We will be back. Hello, welcome back. If you just joined us, we have in the studio with us Chief Suo, and we've been having a whole lot of conversations. So I would advise you, if you scroll to this point, kindly go back. Scroll back and start watching the video from the very beginning. There is laughter. This particular episode is therapeutic, right? Wow. And I tell you that for sure. Yeah. All right, we're back, and we've been discussing the road less traveled. And she's taking us through her journey in life and what made her take the decisions that she's taken so far. There's so much to unpack, so much to learn, and we're still going to be diving in.
So you call diving now, my Lord.
Delving in a little more into all of this.
Hello, I see you, English man.
I see you.
So it's at times like this when you say Emmanuel studied English.
Emmanuel never.
Because there are some words, you know.
And let them know. We don't do local. Did you do Saga win? The grade 9?
Like Delvin.
No, sometimes when you take certain lines, you're like, who is this one? So don't worry.
You know,
if I tell you how many novels I read.
Baba, at the time, the person they spin me, grade 9.
Yeah.
I don't have to come on school. Person they scream, man they scream me, they say, hello, I like you. They do am and they talk too much. I'll be like, Baba, I don't read point tire. You want something? Tell me. You gonna do or you're not gonna do? If I look at you and I say, okay, there's prospect, I'm gonna do. If no, I'm not gonna do. Not to talk. Be like, how they talk for good, bad, and ugly. If you want to shoot. Don't talk.
Exactly. That is it. Chief. In fact, it's been amazing. Just listening to your journey, listening to your story, listening to everything.
We're all sharing. It's a safe space.
Safe space, yes. We listen, we
don't
don't
go
judge.
to talk, because they will still judge you. Last.
It's a safe space on the internet, but okay. So let's talk a bit about the comfort zone. The comfort zone. You know, you talked about on it briefly when you talked about how you didn't just sit back and say, okay, because you know this is like a perceived space. You told us how you went into a space that was traditionally reserved for certain people, and it's something that I'm really interested in learning more about that from you, because you know there's this perception now that there are certain things society has not allowed. It's a common narrative now. There are certain things that society has not allowed women to do. Is it a case of society not allowing, or it's a case of women in particular not going for these things? Because listening to you, we can see a lot of grit, a lot of determination, going where others haven't gone, doing things others haven't done, and then even the background, everything. You see how everything is just, you know, contributing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, in your own perspective, would you say it's women not going for these things, or would you just say society is really hindering everybody? It's a tactical question, but I'm coming for you.
It's a bit of both. It's a bit of
both. It's a bit of both.
4-4-2 formation.
4-3-3. No,
very tactical. To use the sports term.
Yeah. I get that. So I'm not gonna use low blocking because I like when you get me a question like this. That's a sizzling question. So let's cook. Let's go all out. Let's do old school 4-4-2.
Okay.
This is my two piece of take, right?
All right.
I feel like it's a bit of both. I've come up and seen where they will put opportunities up, even in WhatsApp groups.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can speak from the sports space.
Okay.
Even in the acting space, where some of the groups I'm on, they'll put certain rules and stuff, and you just see some people be the ones that go for it.
Okay.
And most times, it's mainly the guys. And there's always a thinking. In entertainment, girls not agree again now, they don't they throw away body in, they see action, they go through away everything. But for ladies, you see that, and I can't judge them without going to the root, because these are the branches. If you want to see why they say babes, they very tactless on, very demure about taking chances, because they always think. They have to think about their role in the family, the role in, like, oh, if I do this, can it? They have to think about a lot of other people first before, what do I actually want? You know, even me when they talk, I face that every time. You know, the guy men I know, before they do things, then they think, oh, so what I feel?
Just jump
do
in.
it.
Yeah.
Are you qualified? I know a guy.
Okay.
Bros, I don't go for you and see. This my bros, he applied for a job. They asked for degrees. I'm saying 2 degrees more than waiting he get. Baba falling. He said, Baba.
Nice.
He applied.
He didn't think about it.
Yeah, he applied. Baba applied. He not think when he reached the final verse, say, but bros, you not get the other 2 degrees. Say, in the head, do not want make somebody show working. Give me 3 months. This is my background of what I've done. Give me 3 months. I'm not asking for everything. You may not even give me this radius and that space. Just let me get you some results from what I feel like this is what you're about. And you know what? Baba got it. I said enter industry. Not but industry. So a girl would think, she would be like, oh my Lord, what is my hair? What is these small things that they try to put you on? No grill. Now, ask me the question again, and I go tell you why we say we go to the root. Give me that question again.
Okay, question.
Question. You get why?
Question. So, would you say it is women who are not going for these opportunities, or is society actually hindering women from going for those opportunities?
So you see that thing with society. I wanted you to say it again.
Yes.
Because you see society can morph. Society is like a living entity.
Okay.
At the time of the day, society has certain things. You know, we grew up knowing that the Middle East was predominantly Muslim, right? They didn't like women going to schools.
Yeah.
They didn't like them having secular options and whatnot.
Yeah.
True.
There's a course we did, oral literature. That's why it's very important for you to say you pass your culture across. Now,
from generation to generation.
it took me into young adulthood to realize we had to do world literature. And we started studying different societies and how they showed their character at certain times. But now I realize that we don't get judges, female rock stars. Go and check it. In Afghanistan. Beirut was the Paris of the Middle East, even up to the 1970s.
Yeah.
They had short skirts, they had flower child. If you know what flower child is, if you know, you know.
If you know,
you know. They had all that forward thinking for their women. Their women could drive.
Yeah.
Women in Afghanistan could vote before women in Sweden. Let me repeat that again. Women in Afghanistan could vote before women in Sweden.
Amazing.
They had judges in the Supreme Court and whatnot before most women in Western culture. This is Afghanistan. And then in 2-3 years,
all that has been
the zeitgeist changed and everything started, going back to... I mean, now, a cat has more rights, as they like to say in Afghanistan, more than any girl. You can't raise up your voice, you can't read a book, you can't let people see your face and blah, blah, blah. Somebody will tell me now, when you go to Twitter, and the Twitter banger boys don't know themselves. They will go online. They'll go online, they'll come tell you, say, this is not what we are about.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you society does not support it. But if you just throw your fishing hook just a little bit further in that so-called society.
So, Chief, let's analyze things in detail.
Give me that question again. I want that question.
Okay, the question.
Yeah.
So I said to your view now, based on everything that we've discussed, would you say that society has prevented women from expressing themselves, or is it that women themselves are not coming forward with those opportunities? What would you say it is?
You see that society pattern?
Yes.
That's what I wanted you to repeat again.
Okay.
And this is why, because we said we'll talk about the branches. The branches is you get to see women that are not confident enough in their abilities, they second guess.
Yes.
Lack of structure makes them, that's the secondary. The primary is that society thing.
Okay.
I think society, my G, now that living organism, depends on the time of the day, the temperature, it can change.
Yeah.
Okay.
For instance, take it to the Middle East.
Okay.
When I grew up, I used to believe that Middle Easterners didn't believe in female education, that their version of, their religion had us in a certain light, and we couldn't do stuff because that was what I knew. Late 80s into 90s. But cast that same fishing hook a bit further.
Okay.
Take countries like Iran, Afghanistan, and whatnot. You start define and say, society celebrated women fully in that light. They were scholars, they were writers, they were poets. You had judges, women in Supreme Court. I mean, women in the Middle East,
Supreme Court.
Women in the Middle East had voting rights before women in Sweden.
Whoa.
Before even, see, the human rights fighters, they used to have allies in the 60s especially, from babes, when they do things. When they talk about flower children and no flower children, if you know flower children.
And this is what the media
like that.
is talking about again today.
So that's the thing with media and society. And there's now a whitewash. A whitewash is going on right now. Go on the platform they call X, aka Twitter. As a babe, especially in your 30s, I just do my 37th this January went past. I will tell you, when I see the arrangement of conversation, it's like they are eroding waiting we know, say a day. One person with a lot of followers or some bots or somebody when we say they paid on that somebody, if you just come out and make a declaration. This region is blah 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 blah, and before you know, more people go they talk them. And before you know, the kids that are coming up into this platform
sponsoring certain narratives.
It's propaganda.
Tell me, say that guy when we say they for that Hitler guy now, that king of that guy when they do propaganda, he yoga for propaganda. He will be very proud of that guy from Hitler.
Okay, is it Goebbels?
Thank you, Goebbels. Thank you. He would have been so proud because it is the overloading of false information, and you wake up and you be like, you know what? This guy is not blue. This guy is gray. It has to be gray. Everybody says it's gray.
Because that's the messaging that you've been getting.
It's gray. And you've been programmed. And that's how we've been programmed over a long period of time.
And then you feel like society doesn't support. It's a lie, yo. Let me tell you. Let me carry to Nigeria.
All right.
You see the East.
Yes.
Once upon a time, it is even a lot of people do not know.
Okay.
Allah, not be Allah, be their female god.
Yeah.
Yes.
There used to be a cult of women artists.
Okay.
They had their own language. The way you have in Sibiri, they had their own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, though. They had their own language. They were painters, they were sculptors. They do their thing.
Wow.
They arrange them. Women. And then, read your colonialism. When they say Europe colonialism, Africa.
he mentioned it small. It was part of the old claims. To control the mindset of the indigenes that they were on, they had to use cultures that were susceptible to control. A more balanced society, like the ones that the Igbos practice, for instance.
Yeah.
A friend of mine will say, Igbos do not have chiefs. Cast your net back. I actually have an Igbo chief from Abia, a female chief. Cast your net back a little bit further, and you find out, say, society, now organism, when they change according to the temperature, you have to be very careful that somebody not they program you because of the agenda. Colonialists decided that women didn't have that ability to be governed. It was easier to put it in a system that worked. So you know what? Warrant officers showed up. They cancelled everything when BC get to do with extra. They cancelled all the gods, scatter all the distinct, pack all of them.
Treated their own, to drive demonize
their own culture and religion.
See, if you cast your mind, in fact, as recent as 1930s, you know, as a Nigerian, when people say, women don't fight for nothing. Do you know the only time in the old colonialist history that we had as Nigerians, when did we have an uprising that was violent, that shook the nation because of colonialism? How many bloodshed did we have because of that? One. About women's riots. And what it cause about women riots? Because one will pay warrant officer. Not pay now. Sorry, this will be the ancestor of the guy. One will pay warrant officer. The way they take talk at least for the multiple accounts, because everybody get different one, but the ones that accounts. One warrant officer decided that one lady that was a widow must be taxed for properties and whatnot. Like you do the law, and then the guy can't shake the woman. He can't scatter the woman thing. The woman can't cry. Can't go run enter women meeting. When they do for the area. So see what they do me and all the women when they did meeting in compare. And they were like, how can you do that to this woman when they also for the husband when they say don't die in property to feed her children? Una once it tax her for her, and then you can't still beat them out of you when they say we know for old worry. That was the version. And guess what? They all stood their ground. They told all their husbands, Baba, if we not support this thing, area go cast. We know they feed, we know they knack. Before the South Korean women started saying we are closing shop because you are not protecting our women's rights. You are too violent to women because of femicide. Abba women had already done it. They didn't sleep with their husbands for almost 2 weeks. They didn't feed their husbands. Baba, all the men begin to talk to themselves. Baba, what did they solve? What did they solve? You know what? Do you know that at that time there was only telegram or only postmasters? But in the space of 4 days, we had a full nationwide riot. Women were coming from the north on train. We were coming from Lagos, from Benin. Their blood, they had to use army people. All those there, you know now they are what do they call them? You know now, you know those that are ascarina, their version. They had to carry them to come and quell things. How did it start? A structure of support. So when people, as a young girl, look me up, I'll tell you, they tell you women to support women. They get some when they crease, that's normal. But never doubt that there's a structure of support. And if it's not there the way you want it, you will put it. You have a system of friends. You have not they go they find celebrity for up. Walk with your friends. Walk with your neighborhood. Somebody they sell pure water. Tell another person, say, why you they go they buy the pure water yourself? Make it be say you buy from this woman, she go they deliver for you with her picking. That is a structure of support coming through. And that's how we do it.
Right.
So society will do what they do. But now you, when we say agree, make the temperature enter you. If the temperature enter you, you change your narratives. And if it doesn't, Baba, you stand. That's why it's very important to have podcasts like this, conversations like this. That's not always about the Bunda, even if we all like the Bunda. Yes, you hope to get it, you might not get it. But it's also important to increase not just the BBL size of your bum, but also your mind. Because you don't know if you are being programmed. So you need to check yourself.
Amazing. Expand
And
your
even
mind.
check, there are documented, there are materials out there, right? And we, again, currently live in the electronic age where you can get all of this information.
No, they change them. People they change them. People they use AI. Yes. You know, see, it pay me. Now, see, when you don't realize how they demonize certain people, and you don't realize the media play a part, and because you are whitewashed.
Yes.
Now, when I'm sure I can't realize, say, we messed up for Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
We messed up for Michael Jackson.
I tell you.
Do you know that all the literature we read at the time was always talking about Irish people in a certain life. That they know they try, that they want fight, they want do. I didn't listen to the song of one babe, then she the Lolo of blessed memory, Sinead Connor.
Oh, right,
Sinead.
right.
She go sing for one concert. I remember that make me start a washer. Chris Christopherson, I can support her because all the people for there, they cuss her, say she like Wahala, she was problematic. And she was always thinking about how Ireland never had a famine. You know many of our books that came out with Ireland being in famine. Charles Dickens wrote certain stories about Ireland being in famine. So there was not a famine, it was a calculated drilling by the English government.
Yes.
They pack all the vegetable, all the beef, all the mutton, everything. They use guards.
Yes.
Say they escort them, they go England, make sure say no proper Irishman could eat it. Irishman don't really like potato. Oh, it's Irish potato.
Yes.
They forced them to make them the only thing they go shop and they could not survive in that way. So that is how people can program you, and you think that something you experience is not really happening. It's happening in Nigeria now.
Yeah.
With the so power, but you know, guys, not really happening because what God cannot do
Does
not
exist.
this. Grace. My story is it's not happening. So you have to be careful you're not getting programmed so that you can fight it internally. If you don't fight it internally by the individual choices when you make, society will tell you one thing. You go say I can't do it. Oh, I shouldn't be doing it. You need to have structure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because society is telling us, okay, for example, society tells you that a lot of the burden of family and all that rests on the woman. But now we're seeing that that's not the case.
Ooh. This is where I will even quote one babe.
Okay.
She used to say something, It's a kid. She said it's not hard to see a man that will lay her down, but hardly want to pick her up. And as time they go, you need to find person when we say, not be when we say they won't flex with you, they go only day.
Okay.
But when we say you day down, they go raise you. If anybody they find waiting with the call of partnership, I don't care the name you call it. Emma, Lola. If the partnership not fit day when we say things soft and it not soft, Baba, that not be partnership. A lot of women now are not even keen. They are calculating marriages now in the way that you calculate
In Naira and dollars.
Yes.
What's the RI?
Because that's a lot
exactly.
of work. You're a cleaner, you're a warrior, you're a nurse, you're a nursemaid, you're a lover, you're a
You still
counselor,
have to be
you're
a
a
porn
cleaner,
star.
you have to be a oh. I was having a conversation with a couple of my friends, and you know how many of us back in the day used to be caught in the porn world because you had to be learning stuff so that your feed who they check out. It's not like say you even send. When they say during no more talk true. I do this research, let me write that story too.
Okay.
Back then. At the time during 2020, Pornhub, who wash and pass Nigerian women from this region.
What?
Not Joko, the statistics not the lie. When did they get strength? Women, Nigerian women. Because the pressure of being a prayer warrior, then you can't turn to flokoto. What did that girl name when we say be our star girl that time? There's a bit they die now. This girl, that career that bad. I'm just saying. The point is, we had to learn to do stuff that we didn't have any business with naturally.
Yeah, exactly.
Because programming.
Programming.
So now
Yes.
babes are calculating. They are
Yes.
calculating. And
Yes.
also guys, they calculate. Again, there was a conversation we had off camera. The man said that one.
Yeah, I talk.
See, if you as a guy thinking a calculation of bar, now you wanted to get babe, that's a problem.
Okay.
Papa say bar got the baddies. You just have to be a conscious
Just
person.
have to have a swag, connect with her.
See, anything
emotionally.
as well, nobody boring.
Serious.
Now just your channel, they never see. Nobody boring. You know, ask yourself why we say we get how many stations for? Can I say DSTV? We have multiple stations on DSTV, right? But every station gets customer. You know, ask yourself why?
Yes.
Nation Shine get customer.
Yes, so.
National Joe White get
Yes,
customer.
yes.
Even Z1,
ID.
una say they get customer.
Yes,
Why?
so.
If you never jump, who be your customer?
Yes.
You just say you dey
You
shave
no
for the
get
raw
product.
market, you no get anybody.
That's right.
So as long as you find your customer,
Rema,
you'll be fine.
Rema.
If you don't get a customer, I don't dey talk anything now. When I tell you what I want to talk, when I go call this back.
All right.
Chief,
So,
that's been awesome.
it's been a wonderful,
awesome.
wonderful conversation.
I mean, we can go on
far.
and on.
And on and on and
And
on.
please, let's not.
But let's
Yeah.
begin to bring it home.
Yes, sir.
Just one question from me is the road less traveled about authenticity? I'm asking. Yeah, is it about authenticity? Yeah.
Yes, it's about authenticity,
More
but
English.
not always fully about authenticity.
Authenticity.
No, I don't speak pidgin for a while, so some words don't rule.
Yeah.
Authenticity. Hey God, they go hear me say I'm not pronouncing well. Okay, authenticity. But there's a point. Robert Frost. Those of them when we say do WAEC for English literature, blah 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 blah. WAEC for law people, like almost 15 years ago, they use that point where they call it to look at now. And so the idea for the story now say person waka reach a crossroad. Na to look at I think. When you reach the crossroad, you can't see the road. One part when we say everybody waka way, the waka pass. You can't see another one when we say nasty bush. You know say holding this poem that they waka for bush where I think they're high usually, but they waka for bush. So you can't look another part. He can they tell us about how they say this part everybody don't see and they know what it is up. So he no go there excited because he don't see this scenery. He say this other part, not too many horses don't waka pass him. He say but he still look a bit virgin. And he say, at least I go get to my location, but I not go there bored along the way. So, like I said when we started, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on the spectrum. That means that I have attention deficit to a certain level. I get bored, and I want to enjoy life. You know, there's so many things that many of us not enjoy. If Bible could tell you, say, if you could dress the lilies and cut them, even nobody they see them, they are beautiful. I won't see the lilies, and no one let them waka pass. So. The road less travels is all about the novelty of it. It is more dangerous. Like the poet Robert Frost talk. He say, you can jam snakes, you can jam things because things they suck. He say, but the beauty of the waka. Say, when you come back, reach the domot, nobody has that kind of experience that you have. So you can add quality and add value. That guys, do you know that on the way to Tukpo, we see dragon, we see Kalisi, everybody they talk how they say waka through or say you say branch. But you they talk about dragon and Kalisi. Do you know what a gift it is? So that's why you have to embrace the brokenness. You have to embrace where we say you got hot. Why? Because now from that place now the lights they shine. Now that side you can't find sometimes your uncharted paths. Yeah. I say it to the person that has been disappointed. I say it to the person that, has lost a job. I mean, not me and you, they talk about how they say for one of the greatest days of my life, I checked my email and I got sacked unceremoniously by one of the people I worked for. Wow. Did I die? No.
And you're glowing.
I sent a message. I said, thank you for the experience. Because you must know how to say thank you for the experience. Those that were extreme mofos, I tell them, go in Jesus' name. Yeah, because I'm Nigerian like that and I'm very in touch with myself. I have to tell you the things that pay me. But for the holistic part, I was able to say, thank you for the experience. And try and leave the door open just in case.
Don't go on the bridge.
This life, everything, everything they fluid. I don't get people who I work with last almost 20 years ago. Wow. And people went inside the jam now. We've not engaged in almost 15 years.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
And see us here. So, you know what? The path not charted. It's all about not just authenticity, but not just to enjoy the life. The God life. Because we are gods. Yes, so not only Sparta they don't be gods. We are gods. No, I'm just saying.
Yes, sir. Wow.
We are gods.
Wow.
And we should always enjoy ourselves as we go through life. It is on this note. Okay. Yeah.
We are Africans.
We are gods. And as we live, as we go through life, we must enjoy every bit of it. That is what I will be leaving the studio with today. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has watched us to this point. Thank you very much, Chief Dr. Suo, for gracing us. It's an honor to have you on this show, and we really appreciate you. And guess what? I'm putting her on camera because we would find a way to bring her back here.
She's coming back again.
That was spiritual.
Yes, on this note, I want to say a big thank you to you for our listeners and everything. I didn't know Lola was your parting words.
Parting words, man. The only thing for me is lots of takeaways. But the key word,
she's deep, man.
Never say a woman is deep. Don't excuse she's deep. She's deep. This is Nigeria. I am. I think. But don't shout it.
She's deep mentally.
Thank you.
Her brain is there.
I think the key word here is to be specific.
Exactly.
Right, yeah. So Lola also knows that, man, that we interact like this does not mean I'm not because sometimes you just be like, what's this guy saying?
Why could they shalaye now?
You see, this is the problem. Resist the urge to shalaye, but your hair is deep, sha.
It was great having a good time with you
What
guys.
a big production! What a big time! What a awesome time!
The only thing I would say
is
is yes.
Yeah?
Okay.
No, you were saying.
The only thing I would say is be your authentic self. Travel the journey that is more authentic to you.
Love it.
and everything.
And thanks to you, Chief, for that.
Yeah, thanks to you. Thanks
you.
to you, to the listeners. You can share your handle with our listeners out there.
Okay, you can be part of my journey, and I'd like to be part of yours. So if you follow me from this particular podcast, just hit me up and let me know that now from here till you stay enter your ministry. You can follow me at official Suo, official SUO. Suo means say trust in Yoruba. Put your trust in God. So SUO, or whether it's on X, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Twitter, and if it's YouTube, then it's official Suo TV. You'll catch me for that too. Boko. Oh, TikTok, the official Suo. Yes.
Boko.
Love
it's
it.
a wrap.
Love
Thank you very
Love
much
it.
for watching or staying with us up till this moment. If you're just watching for the very first time, please use the subscribe button. Yeah.
And there's a button that looks like this.
Yeah,
Like,
comment. Let us hear your view about this particular production or this particular episode. From all of us in the studio, thanks to the men behind the cameras, whom you don't see. They are very, very. They are the reason why we are here. They are the reasons why we can smile like this. I want to say a big thank you to everyone. From us is a wrap. Have a good day.
Bye.